on December 30th, 1995, the Buffalo Bills trampled the Miami Dolphins in the first round of the playoffs, setting an NFL rushing record in the process.
Get outside. He breaks a tackle at the 20. He gets to the 15. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. He's in for the touchdown. What a great run.
Buffalo racked up 341 yards rushing and rang up 27 points before Miami could score at all.
Wants to go long. He's got it. He's got it. Touchdown. Steve Tasker on the reception.
The Buffalo defense matched the offense, a pair of perfect performances under postseason pressure.
Again, Marino shotgunning. And a high snap, and the Bills get the ball. And they give it to Tyndale. He breaks it up the middle. Down to the 30. Down to the 20. 15, 10, 5. Jimmy Tyndale. The Canadian Comet has just exploded for a touchdown. And this crowd is bedlam. It's pandemonium. It's pandemonium. What a run by Tyndale.
We might be old and gray and bald, but we're still the one.
AFC playoff rushing record. So, on behalf of that, the offensive line, the running backs, and the offensive coaches, get a game ball.
Where the Bills cut a 20-point deficit down to 5 before succumbing. But by nearly reaching the conference championship game, the Bills had far exceeded expectations. Out of the playoffs 1 year ago, the so-called experts were predicting an end to the Bills' spectacular string of success in the 90s. '95 was to be the winter of their discontent. Head coach Marv Levy faced a season of rebuilding, the experts said, and it looked like they were right when the Bills scored just 7 points and lost on opening day. But reports of the Bills' demise were a bit premature.
Kelly drops back in the pocket. The blitz is on. He runs up the middle and throws and is caught at the 35, 40, 45. Copeland midfield down to the 40, down to the 30, down to the 20, and in for the touchdown. The 77-yard pass and run. Russell Copeland.
In sunny skies or stormy weather, the Bills found a way to win and won 5 straight games.
Running right, and he is headed for the end zone, and he drives in there. Flag on the play. Fumble. And it's recovered in the end zone by the Bills. Let's see who got the ball in there. Carwell Gardner. How do you like that?
A national television audience saw Steve Christie boot the Bills to a win over the Browns.
Here's the kick. It's on the way. This one is up, and it is good. And the Bills, with 5 seconds to play, have taken a 22-19 lead. Do you believe it?
1 week later, Christie tied a team record with 5 field goals. And this team that was going nowhere had gone instead to the top of its division. The win over the Jets was a landmark victory for Marv Levy. So let's relive the occasion with Marvin Daniel Levy, a genuinely nice man, passionate about every element of the game he loves.
Okay, guys, where else would you rather be? Where else would you rather be? Remind everybody, no offside. Long count, no offside. Remind them. Ah, damn it. He burped them offside. He burped him offside.
Fumble.
What kind of a fair kid signal is that? He gave a signal at the last split second. What kind of a call is that? That's the most chicken call I've ever seen. That is the most chicken call I've ever seen, Tony. Who threw that flag, you know? Who? He's an idiot, the guy. He keeps doing it all the time. Way to go, Thomas, here! Way to go, Thomas! Way to go, David! Way to put that shoulder in the torso, David. They go down that way. Come on, Steve. Come on, Steve.
Ladies and gentlemen, should the score hold and the Bills win today, it would be Marv Levy's 100th victory. The 14th coach in NFL history to win 100 games with one team.
You were there for all of them. You were there for all of them. You were there for most of them, Jim. Thank you. Jimmy, you were there for all of them. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, thank you, John. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hey, Bruce, you were there for all of them. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hooray for Marvy, the horse's ass. Thank you, fellas. Thank you.
But the ability to overcome any and all obstacles was to be the hallmark of this team. Against New York, wide receiver Andre Reed went down. It was a big loss, but frowns turned to smiles when former free agent Bill Brooks more than filled the void. In his first start, Brooks caught 2 touchdown passes as the Bills won their 5th straight.
Kelly wants to throw. Now fires. He's got a man wide open. Brooks at the 5. He dives. Touchdown.
During one incredible streak, Brooks tallied 7 straight and 8 of the 9 touchdowns that Buffalo scored. And he set a new team record with 11 touchdown receptions. More help came from the special teams. Steve Tasker, usually found running downfield on kamikaze missions, could now be seen running pass patterns, and his 11th season was his most productive as a pro. Steve Tasker typified the spirit of the Bills, a player who came up big when his team needed him most. The special team standout had career bests in catches, yards, and touchdowns. He became an integral part of the Buffalo offense, although special teams also has its rewards.
We're extremely proud and pleased for Mark Pike. After 160 games in the league in 11 years,
He's got 3 cards coming off.
Football cards.
He's got a whole pack of them right here.
He gave everybody 10 of them. He made us pay for them, though. He gave us all cards and we had to pay for them.
Many a kick returner had to pay for fielding a Chris Moore punt or a Steve Christie kick, thanks to players like Mark Pike, Tim Tyndale, David White, Damon Thomas, and Marlo Perry. Many of these players would be called on to replace fallen teammates, and even assistant coach Elijah Pitts moved up when Marv Levy had to leave the team for 3 weeks due to surgery. The Bills' trip through a minefield continued against the Patriots when Thurman Thomas was injured and Buffalo lost. With several skilled players scuttled, the Bills were beaten again the next week. But from that point on, the offensive line took up the challenge. Led by 10-year veteran center Kent Hull, Buffalo's offensive line formed an impenetrable wall around quarterback Jim Kelly and kept him healthy. In 1995, Kelly took every snap that mattered. The offensive line danced a big man's ballet, and running backs often found themselves free in the secondary. Buffalo's bread and butter is called the counter trade. It calls for the offside guard and tackle to pull and lead a runner around the flank. It works when number 60, Jerry Ostrowski, and Glenn Parker, number 74, escort Thurman Thomas around the left side. It works when number 68, Corbin Lucina, and Corey Lucci, number 72, lead Derek Holmes over left tackle. It works especially well when franchise player John Fina, number 70, and number 79, number 1 draft pick Reuben Brown blow holes in the right flank. The first rookie since Thurman Thomas to start every game for Marv Levy, Brown was named to the all-rookie team, and he leads an enthusiastic youth movement that has transformed the Bills into a young team on the rise. Number 84, tight end Lonnie Johnson, was a second-round selection a year ago. He has the speed to get deep and the strength to literally carry a defensive team. (1995) fourth-round pick Tony Klein gave the Bills double tight end formation, triple threat tight ends. Both can run, block, and catch. Co-fourth-round selection and teammate at Stanford, Justin Armour brings youth to the wide receiver corps. Second-round selection Todd Collins from Michigan saw action in 7 games. But the most visible rookie was running back Derek Holmes. Holmes deserves a big hand. Only 4 players were drafted later than this Portland State product. Yet he compiled over 1,200 all-purpose yards, despite starting in only 2 games. Holmes was another player who stepped it up by taking the sting out of the loss of Thurman Thomas, who, despite missing several games due to injury, became the Bills' all-time leader in touchdowns and 100-yard rushing games. In 1995, Thomas gained 1,000 yards the hard way, 5 yards at a time in heavy traffic. Though injury limited him to 12 games plus 7 carries, Thomas became just the 3rd player in NFL history to have 7 straight 1,000-yard seasons. After 8 years in the league, Thurman Thomas remains one of the NFL's most exciting and versatile performers. The Buffalo defense descended on the Colts.
And here is Falk, and they stop him. They stop him for a loss on the play.
Huge stop by Ted Washington.
An inspired goal line stand, the first of 2 important touchdown-saving interceptions by Kurt Schultz, and the coming out party of Bryce Pop preserved the Bills' 6th win of the year.
Ball to pass, and they got him. They second back at the 34-yard line. It was Bryce Pop in there again.
95 was not just Pop's number, it was also his year. By leading the league with 17.5 sacks, Pop was named the NFL's Defensive Player of the Year. A free agent signee, Pop put the pop back in the Bills' defensive scheme. A strong outside rush from Pop's flank turned quarterbacks toward their worst nightmare. Perennial All-Pro defensive end Bruce Smith. While holding firm on one flank, pop gave Smith the chance to run down plays away from him and run over running backs who were turned back toward him. With the third highest career sack total in history, Smith is the acknowledged defensive player of the past 10 years, while number 90, Phil Hansen, is one of the most underrated players in the league. Providing pocket pressure in the middle, Hansen had 10 sacks in 1995. Free agency brought savvy and depth to the middle of the defensive line. Number 77, Jim Jeffcoat, played like the 14-year veteran that he is. And Ted Washington, number 92, made a huge contribution at nose tackle. Because he can rush the passer, Washington ran stunts with Smith, tying up better pass-blocking offensive linemen so that Smith could beat a guard or center. An injury cost Buffalo 3-year starting linebacker Mark Maddox, but meant that Monty Brown, Marlo Perry, Sam Rogers, and David White got valuable playing time that will help make up for the loss of Cornelius Bennett, whose 9 seasons in Buffalo were a big part of the Bills' success.
And here's Bledsoe to throw, and it's intercepted. Return to the 40, 45, and field. Cornelius Bennett on the interception. It is pandemonium at Rich Stadium.
In the secondary, number 1 draft pick Jeff Burris, number 1 selection Henry Jones, Kurt Schulz, and another number 1 pick, Thomas Smith, number 28, started the season. Jones is the old man of the group, having just completed his 5th season. When injury struck, other young Bills came through again. When Burris went down, rookie Marlon Kerner, number 46, was ready. Free agent Greg Evans, number 41, tightened the slack when Kurt Schulz was lost. Despite missing 3 games, Schulz, number 24, led the team in interceptions. But no matter who played in the secondary, beating the Bills' pass defense was like escaping a spider's web. Buffalo DBs simply stuck to their men and snatched most things that carelessly flew through their lair. And it wasn't just the superstars that could make the big play.
The pass is intercepted, and it's Kurt Schulz at the 20.
Every member of the Buffalo defense could put a game away.
And the Bills have blown this game wide open.
6-3 began the stretch drive. The supposedly brittle Jim Kelly had been there all along, fashioning a fine season. Kelly became just the 14th passer to complete over 2,500 passes and the 4th fastest to 30,000 yards.
Here is Kelly to throw. Looking, throws long to the end zone. Brooks got it. Touchdown.
Kelly's 2 touchdown tosses versus Atlanta moved him into 15th place in career TD passes. And the following week, Kelly threw 3 more. Bill Brooks caught 2, and Derek Holmes turned in the longest play of his career. Thurman Thomas was as good as new, but an 18-point lead shockingly shrank to 2, and the game came down to 1 play.
A 2-point conversion try. Esiason, he fires it, it's broken up, and the Bills win the game.
The next week, Buffalo gave up 22 fourth-quarter points and lost. Against the defending champion 49ers, the Bills cut a 10-point deficit down to 3 with 11 minutes left in the game, but came up just short. Their cushion was deflated as Buffalo's record slipped to 8-5, needing to win their next 2 games to win the division. So the Bills put on their game faces, and the Rams never had a chance. Bruce Smith moved into third place on the all-time sack list and led the defense. The offense soared to its highest output of the season.
Here's Holmes off the right side. He's at the 30, the 25, the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown for Derek Holmes. Kelly to pass. Looking. He throws. And it is Tasker. He's got it. Touchdown. Turn out the lights. The party's over.
And the celebration could begin with one more win, continuing the Bills' startling string of success in the 90s.
Game day program.
Game day program here.
Program.
Bring us a bit of title back to Buffalo, baby. Where it belongs.
Great day for football. A lot of hard hits going to be out here this afternoon. Sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Let's stay on sides, let's be tough, and let's be smart. Let's get the tempo set right here. Come on, let's get it done right now. We're going to rock their world, baby. We're going to rock their world. They got it now. They set it. And guess who? Number 95, Bryce Hart. Shotgunning. The blitz is on. He throws. Touchdown by Thurman Thomas. Confetti flies and we're Parmalee gets the handoff. And is he in for the touchdown? He is. And what a game it is. Oh, boy. Again, Marino shotgunning. Back the throw. Lets it fly. And it's intercepted in there by David White. It's pandemonium. David White on the interceptor.
I can't believe Marino threw that right into the arms of David White. Makes the biggest play of his NFL career.
Christie waiting for the snap. Here's the kick. It's